Rah! Okay, now we're recording. This is like the third time I've tried to record this, and first time the mic was not on. Second time I wasn't recording. So third time's a charm, and here we are. We are 2-0, and Aldo is 0-2. This is our boy, man. I rock with this guy. He's been with us since season 1. Never took a season off, and he's back with the Charizard-X. Big surprise there, right? But anyways, guys, he has a team of demons. My team's hardcore defensive. His team's hardcore hyper offense. When you look at the roster, I think of Acrobat. This is a team Acrobat loves running. Acrobat will never do singles unless he runs hyper offense. So, shout out to my boy right there.
Yeah, same old corrupt, always there.
Anyways, really quick, I'll give you the quick rundown here. It's Omega Charizard-X, Kartana, Keldeo, Torrent Greninja, Hoopa-U, Nihilego, Galvantula, Corsola-G, Quagsire, Bronzong, Piloswine, and Articuno. He has hyper offense mixed with some annoying Pokemon as his UU Pokemon, you know. Galvantula lays up webs. Corsola-G is annoying. You need to bring Taunt for that thing, which we do. I spam Taunt throughout this whole... I bring Taunt. I'm spamming Taunt in my team builder. And Quagsire. You know what Quagsire does? It's an unaware wall, mainly a physical wall, that Toxic Recover spams you. And the rest are just offensive Pokemon. Not a lot of pivoting, as I noticed. So, anyways, Mega Charizard-X should come. I'd be surprised not to see Kartana. I think Kartana's a beast and one of the biggest problems for me. It will run a fighting move for Tyranitar and such. Greninja should come. It's one of his only pivots. I like Greninja more than Keldeo this week. Hoopa-U should always come, I believe. Even though I have so much U-turn, I could outspeed Hoopa-U and just click U-turn in front of it. But I still think Hoopa-U should come. Nihilego always comes. And for the last wildcard slot, it could be anything. I'm going to bet Webb's Galvantula maybe as a lead, but I could also see Corsola-G as a annoying Pokemon. Bronzong's pretty decent. It could what do you call it? What do you call that move? Body press my Tyranitar. And Quagsire could come as Toxic Recover annoyance. So that's the 6 I'm predicting. And my team, very quickly, I'm going to try to keep these team builders very limited for now on. Rock Polish Tyranitar outspeeds everything, like a Choice Scarf Kartana, a +1 Charizard-X. We outspeed like the whole freaking crew once we get Rock Polish up. So I like Tyranitar pretty decent this week. Gliscor should always come. It gives me U-turn. Knockoff Toxic support. No, not Toxic. We're not bringing Toxic. We're bringing Taunt. Taunt Roost. Whatever Pokemon could run Taunt, we're bringing Taunt on it. Just for Corsola and Quagsire. We have Zapdos. Zapdos is okay this week, I think. I mean, he has 3 water types, one of them being a water ground type. But he also has Kartana, so we could kind of come in on Kartana and maybe get a static para, I'm hoping. It is a bulky Fizdef Zapdos this week. Fini is mono attacking. It has Moonblast, and then we have Iron Defense, Calm Mind, and once again Taunt. No surprise there. We have Choice Scarf, Mienshao, which is going to be key. It's going to be here to outspeed most of his team that isn't boosted, and we outspeed a +1 Charizard-X. So if he gets 1 Dragon Dance up, I could come into Mienshao somehow and try to knock it out. So I believe we have a rock move. And Escavalier, AV. Bulky Escavalier, mainly here for special attackers such as Greninja and Keldeo. And it has enough bulk to... It has just enough attack to take out Kartana. So that is my team builder. I need to limit it even more in the future, but I will see you guys soon on the battlefield. Alright, I'm going to try this again. We're going into the replay of our Week 3 battle. Me versus ThePrinceAldo, the homie. And... yeah, excuse me, I keep getting sidetracked. They have like a birthday party going on next door. And I keep losing my train of thought here. But anyways, we have Aldo's team right here. I fully expected like a Galvantula Sticky Web lead, and he doesn't even bring Galvantula outright. So, another thing I expected here, I expected if he wanted to bring an Ice type, he should have fully brought Piloswine, because on paper, looking at our rosters, I feel Piloswine runs through my team. Even looking at my team right now, Piloswine could go in, you know, Earthquake for Tyranitar, Ice Shard for freaking Gliscor and Zapdos. I don't know. I kind of like Piloswine, so I was very pleased not to see that thing. I'm pleased not to see Corsola-G, but he brings Quagsire instead. So, as you see, that's going to be a big problem for me. So, anyways, there's Happy Birthday again, but this time in Spanish. Anyways, he doesn't really have any hazards, right? There's no webs, and if you wanted to lay up rocks, you would have to go Nihilego. Anyways, I'm just going to let it play. They're going to keep singing, and I'm going to lose my train of thought here. I see no reason not to lead Tyranitar. That was my game plan from the get-go. And well, I'm going to lead Tyranitar and switch out if I have a reason to. Mainly Hoopa-U likes to run Drain Punch. Greninja gets fighting type coverage, I think. I thought it gets Brick Break, but I think it has to rely on Low Kick, which would have been a great bring, by the way. And I know Charizard could have some kind of fighting type coverage, so I'm kind of scared of that. I know it gets Focus Blast, but I think it could also Brick Break, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, enough of that. Let's start the game and see what happens. I lead Tyranitar, my Rock Polish Tyranitar. He leads Articuno for whatever reason. So I say, why not? I expect him to switch out. So I get Rock Polish up. He surprisingly stays in and freeze dries, right? So I get +2 speed, and I outspeed his whole team. By the way, I'm very surprised not to see Kartana. And Tyranitar gets his first kill of the season. I click Fury Cutter because I actually expected us to do more damage. And it only did half damage. So, yeah, I'm very surprised Greninja ate that good. But we get a second kill from Tyranitar. And we're at 33%. And here comes Quagsire. I have to switch out. There's nothing my Tyranitar can do against Quagsire, right? I don't have Toxic. Anyways, anytime Quagsire comes in, I'm going to opt to go Fini. That's kind of my soft check to Quagsire, I guess. So, anyways, his check to Fini is, of course, going to be Nihilego. So, as soon as Nihilego comes in, I got to switch out, right? Nihilego comes in, and I switch out. Escavalier is looking like my... Assault Vest Escavalier is one of my main answers for Nihilego. And instead of being like Specs or Scarf, to my surprise, he's like some kind of sub set, you know? And I'm expecting at this point, maybe sub Calm Mind, but I don't think he has Calm Mind here. For whatever reason, he's sub for... I don't even know. So, he's sub, he Power Gems, and it does a lot more damage than I expected. So, he's like probably modest, I guess. I'm not going to run a calc right now. Here's Quagsire, and I switch out. I didn't expect the Nihilego to stay in, so I switch out preemptively. I could have stayed in because one of my main techs for Quagsire, right? I had Energy Ball on my Escavalier. And even though I had 0 special attack investment, it's always a 2-hit KO on Quagsire unless he opts to go Spadef or he has Amnesia. So, anyways, I go Mienshao for whatever reason, expecting maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to switch out of that Escavalier. So, I think I was expecting him to go Hoopa Charizard maybe. But anyways, I go back into it. Once again, anytime Quagsire comes in, I go into Fini. And evidently, anytime my Fini comes in, he goes Nihilego, right? And then anytime his Nihilego comes in, I go Escavalier. But he has the upper hand because one Power Gem does it. At this point, I want to get rid of his sub, right? I want to get rid of his sub. So I do that. I Drill Run, get rid of his sub. He knocks me out. He gets a special attack boost. But we know he's not Scarf. So I let Escavalier go down. He gets his Beast Boost, right? But I force him out with Choice Scarf Mienshao. All due to plan, right? I know I outspeed him. I go Mienshao. And I close combat here? Yeah, we close combat. We do 38%, so it's a 3-hit KO to bulky Quagsire with leftovers. I go Fini, always on Quagsire, right? Earth Power, we eat that. We eat that for lunch. We eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And midnight snack. Anyways, we go Moonblast into Charizard-X. He Thunder Punches, which I expected him to run. I don't know. With Charizard-X, I felt he had like a 4-move syndrome. Meaning, like, what does he run? What does he run? You know, I would think Fire Punch, Earthquake, and Thunder Punch. But then he's going to miss out on fighting coverage. I don't know. It's kind of weird for Charizard this week, I felt Thunder Punch was smart, though, for Fini. So, props to Aldo for that. I Iron Defense for... I just felt I live, which we do, and I Moonblast. I want Chip on this Charizard, right? So we have enough Chip. I don't think he has Roost. You can't really fit Dragon Dance and Roost, right? So I do that just so we have Chip. You know, I'm so scared of Charizard-X. I'm glad Kartana isn't here, but we have to deal with these demons he has on his team. I'm mainly worried about Charizard-X and Nihilego at this point, so I wanted to Moonblast, get Chip on the Charizard-X, so my Mienshao could later come in. Anyways, I go Tyranitar. I felt keeping Fini around was worth it because I want to... Fini and Escavalier were kind of my things for Quagsire, right? And Escavalier and his Energy Ball is already fainted. We don't have that anymore. So I figure Tyranitar really has no merit in this game anymore. I don't think I could get a Rock Polish off anymore. So I figured I'm going to sack off Tyranitar and keep Fini around. Thunder Punch doesn't kill me, but he kills me next turn. He's getting more Chip thanks to Sand, too, by the way. So that's pretty neat. He's getting even more Chip. I come in with Mienshao, and I force him out. We close combat. And right here, we... 39%. What I would like to do is close combat again, right? But he turns out to be lefties here. So he goes to like 41 or 42%. Putting him out of range for like close combat KO, so I have to switch out. He recovers health, 41%. I switch out. I know I'm not going to kill him. And I think here I just... At this point, I taunt. Oh no, I actually Moonblast for Chip. I want to get rid of this Quagsire. So he... I could Moonblast again, I feel. I think he goes Nihilego. No, I switch out. He recovers. And as you can see, this Quagsire is going to be a threat, man. This Quagsire is going to be a threat. We're going to see for 20 turns this Quagsire. It's the Quagsire show. And me just trying to... there's a good period of this battle where I'm just trying to PP stall him. So if he's taunted, that means he can't Toxic, he can't recover, and Earth Power isn't going to touch Gliscor or Zapdos. So, yeah, we're pretty much trying to PP stall him here. If I have taunt on him, he has to start using Scalds. So that's kind of my game plan. You'll see for like at least 15 turns, we get into like a stall war. So we Roost, he Scalds. You're going to keep seeing this, so I'm going to skip turns if it's obvious. Roost, Scald. You'll see this keeps going on for a while. So I taunt. Anytime he doesn't have taunt, I'm going to... If I could live it, I'm going to taunt him. Because I want him to keep using Scald. So, maybe I could fast forward a little bit. Roost into Scald. Tyranitar is dead. But Charizard's still alive, so... So you turn into Fini. And Fini goes down. So our three amigos here. What we have left is Mienshao, Gliscor, and Zapdos. So pretty much my U-turn core. My U-turners are... We have to be cute. We're down 3-4, right? We close combat. He recovers, so I miss out on Quagsire being killed. And I go into Zapdos. And I U-turn because I expect him to Toxic here. Which he... No, he doesn't even Toxic. He Scalds. I have to go for Roost. And welcome to most of the remainder of this game. It's just the Quagsire show. This man, he has a Nihilego, a Charizard-X, and a Hoopa, and I'm here struggling and most scared of a freaking Quagsire, so you could say, even though I thought I played good this match, I didn't prep for Quagsire enough, I guess. I was too scared to bring Tangrowth because he has Charizard and Nihilego, so I can't really bring Tangrowth. We go Zapdos. He Skulls. I think he Toxics here. So I absorb. No, he still doesn't. I didn't fool him. He's not easily fooled here. So we Roost. He Scalds. We're wasting Scalds though. He only has 7 more left. So I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I want. My game plan is unfolding. So I taunt here. We're at full health. Full taunt, right? No, we knock off. We knock off leftovers finally. He goes for Toxic for whatever reason. We taunt. So if he wants to stay in, he has to Scald now. I go into Zapdos and he gets a Scald Burn, which, you know, smart move, right? Smart move. Instead of being Toxic, my Zapdos is blocked from. We get burned, so he can't Toxic us now. So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. He goes into Charizard-X, right? I have Discharge. I do some calcs right here, and I realize I don't think Discharge kills. It comes very close. I think maximum roll is 26%. So I'm like, no, I'm getting out of here. I need the Zapdos for later on. So I'm going to U-turn out. No, we Roost, actually. And he DD's up, I think. He DD's up. I U-turn out, right? He's +1 in speed, but I'm Choice Scarf Mienshao. So here we go. Close combat. Boom. If he didn't know I'm Scarf, he knows now. Anyways, he goes Quagsire. And I have to go back to Gliscor, and we go back into this game where we're trying to PP stall his Skulls. So he's had enough. He wants to preserve his Scald game, right? So I think he goes Hoopa-U. He goes Hoopa-U, and I go Roost. And at this point, he could easily be Scarf, right? But at this point of the game, you know, I want to get ready for this concert. I'm like, so be it. If he's Scarf, he's locked into Ice Punch. If he isn't Scarf, I have enough speed on my Gliscor to outspeed him and U-turn KO him. So that's what happens. He's not Scarf here. We U-turn Oko. There we go. Hoopa-U's down. Didn't even do any damage to us. So I will take that all day, especially on a Saturday evening. He Power Gems me and gets a kill. He kills my Zapdos. So I want to say this is modest. You know, it's very strong. Choice Scarf Mienshao comes in. Close combat does 41%. He doesn't have leftovers thanks to that knockoff. Knockoff by Gliscor, I believe. So he doesn't have lefties anymore. Key turn, getting rid of leftovers right here. Close combat does 41%. He's left at 39. What do? We close combat again. Second kill for Mienshao. In comes Nihilego. We're Choice Scarf. GG. So that's game. Mienshao, once again. In week 2, I believe it got 3 kills. This week it gets 3 kills. Mienshao is 6 kills and 0 deaths so far. So, yeah, shout out. I reached in the draft for Mienshao, and I'm glad I did. I have love for Passimian, but if I could get Mienshao, I'll reach for it. So, yeah. I loved my game plan. I was very surprised and pleased he didn't bring Piloswine. But yeah, Choice Scarf Mienshao was clutch. I think I pivoted around that Quagsire quite well. I'm glad we brought Taunt. So I kind of liked my game plan of trying to PP stall Quagsire. Even if he still had leftovers, he only had 5 Scalds left. So I felt like I could have stalled it out. And then we just taunt and go from there. So I liked my game plan. I'm sorry for the loss, Aldo. He needed this, you know, top 6 teams make it into playoffs. And he's still without a win. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is, man. I need these wins. Because the second half of my season is brutal. is brutal, man. I'm not looking forward to it. So, but as you can see, smooth seas never make a skilled sailor. So, meaning, you know, you need some waves. You need some heavy waves to test you. If you're not being tested in what you do, then you're not going to be your best. You're not going to make as much progress as you can. So, anyways, GG Aldo. You guys catch me next week for Jactus, who is 0-3. So once again, we're facing a team that hasn't won yet. So you best believe they're going to be scratching and clawing, man. They're going to be very desperate for a win. So I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to be team building for that tomorrow. So you guys, please drop a like. Please drop a like for both me and Aldo. He is one of the primary cavemen to the Corrupt Cave. So thank you guys so much for viewing. And I'll see you next week again against Jactus. I'll see you around. Thank you very much.